Hello artists, how are you today? Stephanie Aune coming to you here from the banks of the Trinity River. Ozzy and I welcome you to the studio. We are very happy that you are here with us today. We are. I have a walkthrough to do on this behemoth heavy altered book. This guy is a bit of a monster, but I am super proud of how it has turned out, and I thought you might like to check it out. Now, all of the videos for this book are located over on Patreon. As you may have noticed, YouTube is now getting videos that were originally posted on Patreon about a year ago. Patreon is $10 a month for the lowest tier to be able to see all the videos. So if there's any way that you can spare 2 cups of coffee a month, you do get a ton of content. There are a ton of videos there. Also, if you could like, comment, subscribe, that would be awesome, or add to playlists. There's about 51% of you that are currently watching my videos that are not subscribed. And that is really hard on the YouTube algorithms. All right, let's get to the book. Sorry about the blah, 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 but I got to put it in there because I also wanted to explain about, what you are seeing lately. Okay, so here is this gorgeous project. This was a painting. It was a painting that I did over on Patreon, and the painting had sold, and it had gotten damaged one way or another. And when it got damaged, it got sent back to me at my expense also. And so I've had this damaged canvas laying around, but I wanted to repurpose my artwork and make it into something gorgeous and stunning. Now this has a ton of texture to it. Ton of texture. The one thing about putting this on the book is that this texture has been kind of flaking off, but I'm going through and painting over that when that happens. I'm good with that. I'm totally happy, except for moving it around has caused, more of this bottom. I should probably just go through and flake it off here and paint it. But, it's going to happen because of the process that I used to make it. All right, we have a super strong book. Watch this. Oh! Yep. I believe in making, goodness gracious, the strongest books that I possibly can. My books are not going to fall apart. And you can take my advice with putting fabric down the center or not, but I highly, highly recommend it. Here are our little treasure boxes. Here, oh, come on. Can you see those well enough? Are they getting enough sunlight? The texture, this page was all about texture, and I can't wait to someday take what I learned from doing this process and putting it on a substrate. I mean, look at all of that gorgeous, gorgeous texture. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I love it. It's pretty cool. All right, our next one is called World Outside My Window. And again, this texture that's in here, it's to die for. I learned a ton making this book. I really did. So this is a little bit of a commentary on kind of being stuck at the house from spring to fall. I worked on this book from backwards to forwards. So this was the last page that I worked on, and then I did the cover last. So, but this is a mica window. Got a fly buzzing around. And our gorgeous autumn tree. On this one, I needed something happy. I'm glad that my chair is actually quite squishy and movable, because it'd be really hard to show you this and having to sit straight up and down. We have our dragonflies meeting with the fairy queen. Now these flowers are pop-up flowers. Bling, bling, bling. Not all of them, but some of them. And these guys do fly around nicely. and we're just having a little conversation here with our fairy queen. The fairy queen and the mushrooms are all raised, and they were sculpted into the book. And yeah, it's a very, very happy page. I was inspired by dragonflies down at the river. Here we have an Exquisite Corpse page. Okay, what is Exquisite Corpse? Exquisite Corpse was a Victorian game that it was a parlor game. So people would get pieces of paper and they would be assigned head, torso, or legs. And when they would do that, then they would put the different pieces together. So what happens with that is you get all of these crazy kind of matchups. Okay, I think I have to show you it this way. Of all of these different images. And let's see, 5 times 3, or it's 5 or 6 pages that I did like this, you know, and where you have to match up the eyes with the nose, with the mouth, and then you also have to match up the eyes, nose, and mouth with all of the other pages. And then to top it off, I went ahead and decided to put animals in there and birds, just to make it just a little bit more difficult on myself. And here are all of the different pages. So each page is unique, individual, and can make a completely, totally different painting. This one was really interesting for me too, because I haven't really done a lot of, you know, kind of that abstract paint work like that. And I just really let myself go. But I also had to be really cognizant of, you know, bringing the different paint lines through it and making sure that they made sense with the other pages also. So that is my Exquisite Corpse page. Ta-da! This is the Spiderweb. So this can be seen, of course, and our tree and cattails. So here we have the full painting, full background, and then we have our spiderweb. Can you see the spiderweb okay with the black? Oh, with my hand. I figured out how to make a spiderweb. I have to say, I was pretty proud of that. I am pretty darn proud of figuring out how to make a spiderweb. And that full process is over on Patreon. The cattails are also raised. And there are sticks for the cattail tails. Stalks, I guess. And of course the tree is raised. Let's see here. I guess we need it back here to see the whole thing. And last but not least, we have Fred and Gertie's house at the ocean. Now this particular piece is located over on YouTube. I made this project on YouTube. So Gertie's buttons are a shaker window. And Fred and Gertie are hanging out at their little purple house at the ocean. And this was the first project that I did in the book. I work from one direction to the other. It is much easier to do it that way because if you start from the middle and work out, you're going to have a really big bulge in the middle, and it's really hard to work around that. Not that it's easy to work around, you know, the final pages due to the bulk of the book, but It's definitely not as hard as if you have to fill in the center pieces. You know, that can be very challenging. So, everybody, I hope you are doing well. I am slowly starting to feel better, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I do want to thank everybody for your support. And if you haven't subscribed, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. It does truly make a difference, and it doesn't affect you. If you do want notifications of when there are new videos coming out, please hit that bell symbol. That's right by the subscribe button. And if you don't want notifications, don't hit the bell button. There won't be any, you know, you won't get any emails. You won't get tracked by anything. It's okay to subscribe. It really does truly help out all of the different artists here on YouTube, providing you free content. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Love you bunches, and I'm glad that you're here. All right. Bye.